Hello everyone, this is ScapCat242 and here's my review on the Alien Isolation figure by NECA, which is the Xenomorph Alien. And I have to say, this is a really cool looking figure. As someone who's been a long-time fan of the Alien movie series, it's nice to have a figure in this scale, which is about, I think, maybe close to 6 or 7 inches. But not only that, but just nicely detailed, posable, and just perfect for any Alien collection. So let's take a look at this figure. Now, I'm going to point it right away. This does come with a stand. Now, I couldn't quite figure out how to use this properly. So basically, I kind of just had it leaning against the figure, but I'm pretty sure there is a way to properly display it. But if anyone who has this figure, let me know. But let's take a look at the Xenomorph, and I gotta say, they did a great job on the skull. I mean, just look at that. I mean, it looks like it just came straight out of H.R. Geiger's paintings. I really love the sculpt, the paint. There's some really good details on there. And one thing I like about too is the front, if you can see that, how on the brim of the head you can see the skull just coming through that transparent plastic. And then the little, I guess the tongue, this does kind of go back and forth a little bit. So I really like that a lot. And one thing that's really neat before we go into articulation, but this is part of it, the tail, I think too, about here and here, is made out of a bendable material, so you can actually pose the tail any way you like between here. So I think that's really great that NECA did that, because I knew that leaves some really good posing options. But unfortunately, the tail is stuck in this position, so you cannot move it. But articulation on this figure, I think, is really good for the most part. Head does move side to side like that. Does not look up or down, but not the end of the world. The jaws actually can go up and down a little bit. There is a shoulder joint right here. Good range of motion. And there is an upper bicep swivel right there. There is a lower elbow joint, and I think it's a ball hinge as well. We got wrist articulation, and there's a hinge as well. Got a little bit of a, I guess, I wouldn't call that a crunch maybe, but it moves side to side a little bit far back. And in the legs, I'm not sure if these are all Y or T joints, but it's kind of a combination of a ball joint as well. So you actually can move the legs a pretty good high up and back. Double joints in the knees, and then there's another joint, single joint in the lower legs, and then there's a joint the ankle. I'm not sure if there's a pivot. It kind of seems like there is, but I'm not going to force it. But overall, really great looking figure. I really like this a lot. I would really like to get the Queen Alien if I can find one at a decent price, because I know that's really expensive, as well as the power loader. But I'm really, really pleased to get this figure. I like this a lot. But let's do a size comparison between this and Ripley. So let me stand this up, if I can get that not falling over. Get Ripley. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good scale. This is gonna make a really nice display on my shelf. If you're a fan of the aliens, this is definitely a must-get. I've been really pleased with NECA's alien figures. I highly recommend picking this up.